Today I'm at Clifty Falls State Park in Madison, Indiana. I'm on Trail 6, which is fairly short. It's rugged. Headed down into the canyon. So you want to be careful on the steps here. They are non-standard steps in terms of height. So the bottom of the river is actually Trail 2. It is along the bedrock here and goes down this way. Correction, go left upstream from here. Now it looks like the far wall here has been built up, looks man-made. Would not surprise me to find out that there was a mill or something along here at one point. So we have now ventured on to Trail 2. I'd like to look into this some more, see what the story is behind this retaining wall here. Well, I've climbed up here. There might be a trail over there. I'm not sure. It's kind of flat, so I'm wondering if there's an old road bed that went through there, and this is the retaining wall for the road bed. I am not going to climb up through this. I'll head back. The footing here is really unsteady. Lots of loose rock here, so we're going to go back, see what we see. So like the trails in other Indiana parks, they're simply numbered. There is not, Highline Trail or anything like that. They're just simply numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now Trail 6 seems like it's a connector between Trail 5 and maybe Trail 7. I'd have to go back and look at the trail map again. But Trail 2 is down here in the gorge, and the Trail 6 is up, kind of leads down into this.
We're an odd choice there, that's for sure.
Was this what they call the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay. I talked to a couple of folks here while I was standing there in the riverbed. Apparently this is an old rail line. It's been abandoned for quite some time. There's a tunnel back behind us that is supposedly closed starting November 1st, which is today. But I guess it's been closed for longer than that because of falling rock, and I suspect it is, again, low on the priority to get repaired, in that it would probably take structural engineers to figure out how to reinforce it and then the work to do it. Got a little bit of a stone retaining wall here for something, or maybe it's the wall of a structure. It is unclear. Parked up top there. Like most Indiana parks, I'm somewhat disappointed in their trail maps. The paper map they give you when you come into the park is, it's a representation of the trails, and they seem fairly poorly marked once you get on the trail. Base of the first stairs I took, I think if I had turned right instead of left, I would have taken trail 6. I am on trail 5 now, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, the tunnel is up here. But it's closed. It closed yesterday. But we're going to go up here, see how far we can go. This is the tunnel. I'm doubting the railroad aspect of it. It is not a railroad tunnel. So I really don't know how far I'm going to be walking today. It looks like I'm going to be doing parts of several different trails. I was told that if I continue this way, I have to descend into this valley and then back up to the heights there. I'm parked back, somewhere in that direction. Unfortunately, this is the state of the maps along the trail in most cases. This is where I came down. I did follow trail 5. I'm in this area here. I think I'm going to follow this and connect up to trail 8. Go up there and then come back along trail 6. Unfortunately, I got a late start today, and I had about a 2.5, 3 hour drive to get over here, and I made a stop or two, and so it was even later when I got here. So I don't think I'm gonna have time to explore everything I want to, but we're gonna get as much in as we can. So, if I read the map right, I was not on trail 2. Trail 2 is at the base here. As I descend trail 5, I'll come down to trail 2. Then I'm going to have to ascend back out of the valley, and I think it's trail 8 I'll connect up to. And then I'll walk down to, they call it the north entrance, and then I'll come back the other side of the gorge. It looks like the trail is down there, and I think people are using this as a shortcut. We are going to refrain from doing that. There's a trail here. It looks like it leads down to trail 2, which is the light area down there. I don't know if you can see there some people walking along there. Now we get to ascend up, I believe, here, and then we'll go along there. So behind me here is Trail 2. I talked to a guy, actually the guy you can see back in the distance there, and he said that Trail 5 is supposed to climb out of the riverbed along here, but neither of us have seen it. So I am going to head back up the ridge the way I came, simply because I know how to get back to my car at this point. And I'll go back up to the top, and if when I get to the next junction, I'll regroup and figure out things from there. All right, I've reversed course once again. Looks like, looking at the map, I didn't go far enough up here. So I'm gonna go up Trail 2 for a little bit, not walk into the tree, and see if I can find the climb out. If I don't find it in a couple of minutes, I will turn around for good. All right, so I came back downstream a little ways, right up here, right down there is where I crossed. You can see the trail going into the woods right about there. And when I came past here, I did not see it come back up into here. It isn't real clearly marked. Although, well, there's a sign right there that apparently I missed, so I don't know what I'm talking about apparently. We could descend into Trail 2 here on the right again, or head up here. So apparently if you go far enough, there's a nice trail map there that shows you where the actual trail up is. It has been a steady climb from the river, so I'm just trudging along. So right here, I could come back this way, or it looks like if I go back this way, I could, no, I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm wrong. So I'm here. My choice is to go back down and repeat what I did or walk up here and then come up 7 and 6. So I'm going to head up to the north entrance and then back along trails 6 and 7, I believe. If it gets too dark, I'll just hop on the road and walk the road back to the Jeep. I'm hoping I don't have to make another big descent again, because that would mean another big ascent. I see some cars up there. It looks like a waterfall, or where there would be a waterfall, so I'm guessing I don't have to do too much of a descent to get back to the parking lot. That pleases me. If I had gotten here earlier, I'd go check out the Madison Incline again. It's here in Madison, and it'd be interesting to see how much has changed in the 5-6 years since I've been here. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get there, and even if I do, I'm not going to have time to hike it. There's some observation platforms over there. Looks like you can get in under the cliffs a little bit. A little weather app on my phone says that rain is likely between 5:15 and 5:30. It doesn't look like it's going to last that long. And I may be hearing thunder in the distance, so I'm going to check out, see what it's like when I get to the visitor center or whatever is up here where the big parking lot is, and figure out if I'm going to take the trail or the road back to the Jeep. For reference, it is 5 o'clock right now. It would take me about an hour and 15 minutes if I were to go back the way I came, and I am definitely closer going this way. All right, we're up here. So what we did was we parked here, came down, did the ladder, walked along here, came down, went up this way, and we've come back here. So when we get up here, I'm going to come down here and then hop on 7, I think. This is the remains of a water fountain built by the CCC. Here's a current water fountain. Still working. There are some nice modern facilities here at the north entrance. Pretty simple, but and then it looks like a picnic shelter over here. We're going to take it right here. Check out Big Clifty. I'm guessing that this old stonework dates back to the CCC. Over there along that ridge is where I shot from the people standing here. Head back up the stairs and check out Little Clifty. Well, I thought this trail would take me back to the Jeep, but it doesn't. It's a little loop around to see the falls, it looks like. And then I'm going to have to go back through up past the parking lot and catch up with that trail. Looks like we are right at the top of Little Clifty Falls. All right, it looks like Trail 7 goes to the right and to the left. I believe if I go to the left, it'll take me back to the parking lot. If I go to the right, it'll take me to Trail 6. Trail 6, I believe the trail map says, says it's half a mile long, so I got a bit to go yet. So one of the things I really dislike about these staircases here in Indiana state parks is that the steps are not uniform. Usually there's one or two that have a much bigger drop off. And just like that, looks like I am at the junction. Trail 7 goes back that way. I believe this is Trail 6 up here ahead of me. Sign here on my left says lookout 6.A. Not sure what that means, but I do believe that this is going in the right direction. Right up here, there's a ridge that's, right here. That's actually the road that I'm parked on. So this trail more or less follows the road. So we should be back there before too long. We're here, and that's where we're parked. Looks like that's the old trail. Just to the left here is where people have bypassed this. And then it picks up on the stones back here. Looks like there is a parking area over there. I don't know how well the lights show up on the camera. And I can actually see my Jeep from here. Well, it looks like we managed to finish this before any of the rain that was predicted arrived. All right, that's been a few of the trails here at Clifty Falls State Park in Madison, Indiana. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.